And welcome back. I'm Dave Cooney. It's a rarity of sorts, but a lot of you Wildcat fans out there may have been cheering for Sun Devil, and it's a great story. Phil Mickelson pulled off what his caddy of 21 years called his best round of golf ever. That dude's been golfing a long time, so that's significant. Final round of the British Open today. All right, the Cardinals are the #1 seed in the NFC. They are 11-3, and Bruce Arians in the smoke and mirrors routine just got a little tougher. Cardinals defense has carried this team with no running back, no Carson Palmer. Drew Stanton appeared to be a decent game manager, but that's what you're looking at doesn't help. And welcome back, everybody. I'm Dave Cooney as our coverage from Levi's Stadium continues from right here in Santa Clara, California. We've been here for about 48 hours now, bringing you some of the storylines from out here in California. But for the last week, basically all year though, the one storyline that remains the same is that the stars had to line.
This is KOLD News 13 Now, Sports.
All right, well, our first 3 minutes of the show here are all about a playoff and a walk-off. Pretty easy sell right here. We're going to start, though, in Augusta, where a first-time Aussie winner had to work overtime today to add some green to his sport coat collection. You know, coaches don't like to get too far ahead of themselves. Of course, we're going to all week with all the possibilities that are out there, and even, dare I say, playoff? I mean, is this crazy? It's always an interesting day when Tiger shows up, but I mean, come on. What's the percentage on the number of people who have got to play golf with the president? It's got to be under 1%. Tiger actually, not everybody's Tiger. Tiger actually said he's got to golf with 2 presidents. He also golfed with President Clinton. But I want to show you the entrance that Tiger made today. And of course, this place, it really does come to life when Tiger gets here. All right, guys, you know, for years on Saturdays, you popped on the TV, and in Tucson, you got to see Antoine Quezon every Saturday. Now he's back in the desert. You got to watch him on Sundays now, but you get to catch him every week. And actually, here he is, just getting through your first week of Cardinals camp.
In this opening game, Dave.
Yeah, Dad, I mean, we got to start off. I mean, hey, these count for real tonight. And Sean Miller saying earlier in the week, some of that nervousness, some of that anxiety that both the coaches and the players feel leading up to that opening tip-off should have been eliminated for the most part during that exhibition game versus Concordia. So, tonight, the #2 team in the nation will make its debut.
This is KOLD News 13 Now, Sports.
Check it out. There it is. That is your scene from downtown San Antonio. All right. I had Miami in 6. I've been wrong before. That's because San Antonio has dethroned the super team with simply the better team. Let's go Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The back-to-back champs, Miami on the ropes, facing elimination tonight. And as expected, Miami, they came out swinging. The Heat started on a 22-6 run behind LeBron's 17 first-quarter points. I mean, he was on it. Then in the second quarter, Kawhi happened. The third-year man out of San Diego State. We saw him play here in Tucson. He just went off. Took the lead right there with the tray. And then Manu Ginobili with the play of the game. Watch the 6'5" Ginobili posterize 6'11" Chris Bosh right there. Ginobili was possessed for a few minutes in this thing. He followed that up with his own 3, and the Spurs from there on just mopped the floor with the Heat at the AT&T Center. Yeah, the air conditioning was on. The Spurs were on. This thing is done. San Antonio beats down Miami to win on their home court as they take back the title and their 5th NBA championship tonight.
And I said to my husband, you know, I think I'm going to run 365 days in a row without missing a day as my New Year's resolution.
And this was an idea Martha Staten came up with while taking a jog last December.
But I'm going to reward myself with a different beer every night for 365 consecutive nights. 40 days left, show me 40 cents using coins.
Staten, who is a resource teacher at Wilson Elementary School, is now less than a half a month away from her New Year's resolution, a resolution that does include a taste of the good life.
I can drink the beer at night guilt-free because I know that I ran that morning or will run tomorrow morning. But, you know, the benefit is the kids see me running, they know that I run, and they like to be a part of that.
1, 2, 3.
We are counting down the days of her running. And so at the end of the year, she's done with her goal. And when she's done with her goal, we're going to have a big party.
The 57-year-old told me she averages around 3 to 4 miles a day, which starts at around 6 a.m. in the dark. However, She also added a mile during the day, as she has now introduced distance running to some of her students.
Why do we jog slowly first? Who can tell me?
I thought, okay, there's Martha. She's going to run another, she's going to run the extra mile. She's going to do the extra mile in more ways than one.
I think both of her goals are very phenomenal goals, and she's being very successful at both, and we're proud of her.
And I think it's worth noting that Martha has qualified and will run in this year's Boston Marathon. So Martha starts every day with a jog, but ends the day like this.
So this is the beer refrigerator where we store the beers that I have yet to sample. Let's try the Scarecrow. I have the beer right before dinner.
Okay.
I sit down with my journal. I write about my run or maybe the day. And then I open up the beer. I take a picture of the bottle. I pour the beer. My husband always gets a little bit of it.
And she does get a little help from her son, who just happens to be the editor of Draft Magazine, and he helps her with choosing the next batch of brew. From the Northwest Side, I'm Dave Cooney for KOLD News 13 Sports, live local, late breaking.